Hey everyone, I am Pion and welcome to Pion's Perspective. Today we're gonna talk about YouTube Red. YouTube Red is a very wide topic and there are a lot of different things you could talk about regarding it, so I decided to just focus on one specific topic which I find interesting and where I think I can add some valuable points. So that topic is, how exactly do YouTube channels benefit from YouTube Red? Before we start though, I have to apologize for the terrible default presentation template you're gonna see in a moment, but I'm not an artist and I could not afford to hire one, so here we go I guess. So first, I'm really quickly going to summarize what YouTube Red is, in case someone doesn't know. Then I'm going to talk about how channels benefit from it, and then I'm going to discuss if the system currently in place is actually a good one or if there maybe is a better one. So what is YouTube Red? Well, it's a new service available from this month on, and it's a subscription model. Basically, you pay $10 a month, and you get no ads on YouTube whatsoever. There are a few more features to it, but the main point here is the ad-free viewing. So $10, no ads, that's the deal for the users. How do the channels benefit from it though? Well, YouTube shares the revenue with them. As usual, YouTube shares the revenue on a 45 to 55 ratio. What does that mean? Well, from those $10, $44.50 will go to YouTube and $5.50 will go to the channels. The important question and the main topic of this video now is, how do those $5.50 get distributed to the channels? Well, let's take a look at the current system. So this is how it works. All the money in a month from all Red users is getting added into a pool. Let's call it the Red money pool. So that's minus YouTube's share. So that's $5.50 per Red user in the Red money pool. At the end of the month, the Red money pool is getting divided by the combined number of minutes watched by all Red users. And the result is a factor. Let's call it the Red factor. So the Red factor is all the money by all Red users divided by all minutes watched by all Red users. And now every channel is getting paid based on that Red factor and the numbers of minutes watched by Red users on this channel. So the number of minutes watched by Red users on that channel multiplied with the Red factor. And that's what the channel gets for the Red users. Additionally, he gets the ad revenue from the other users, but that's what he gets from the Red users or from the Red money pool. So is that a good system? Well, I think it's a decent system. It's fair for the most part, but there are some flaws with it. And before YouTube actually clarified how the system exactly worked, there were rumors around about a different system. Let's take a look at that, because I think that's a way better system. I call it the individual system. In this system, every individual Red user is getting treated individually. What does this mean? Well, the money from, or the $5.50 from each Red user is getting distributed to only the channels he watched this month. And to no other channel, no pool or something. The money just goes to the channels he watched, based on watch time. So if he only watches one channel, all the $5.50 go to that one channel. If you watch two channels or more, then money is getting distributed between only those channels based on watch time. So what's the difference? Let's take a look at an example. We have two Red users. It's a very simple example. It works for more complex cases as well though. So we have Red user 1. He only watches channel 1 in this month, nothing else, and he watches 100 minutes, which is not a lot, but let's just take it for this example. So he only watches 100 minutes and only on channel A. He doesn't watch anything else on YouTube. Red user 2, he only watches channel B, but he watches 10 times the amount than user 1, 1,000 minutes. But as Red user 1, he only watches this one channel and no other channel whatsoever for this month. So what is YouTube getting from those two users? Well, both users pay the $10 and it's getting splitted 45 to 55. So YouTube gets $4.50 for Red user 1 and $4.50 for Red user 2. So they have the exact same value for YouTube. You could even argue that actually Red user 1 has a little more value because he's using less server capacity. So he's generating less costs than user 2. But let's ignore that for now and just assume they have the same value for YouTube. So what's their value for the channels they watch? So let's take a look. So channel A, he has this Red user 1, and this Red user 1 watches 100 minutes. As explained to a slide ago, those 100 minutes will be multiplied with the Red factor. So let's make a guess. It's a completely wild guess. Don't take this for granted at all. But let's just assume the Red factor would be 1 cent per minute. So that would mean for Red user 1, channel A gets $1 for this month. If he has more Red users watching, he gets a little more, but from this one user, so the value from this one user for channel A is $1. So about channel B, well, he has red user 2 is watching 1,000 minutes. So he gets 1,000 minutes multiplied with the red factor, 1 cent per minute. So he gets $10 for user 2. Wait a minute, you might say now, because if channel B gets $10 from user 2 and YouTube gets $4.50 from user 2, that makes $14.50 from user 2. But user 2 actually only spent $10. So where are the other $4.50 coming from? Well, from other red users. And when you take a look at red user 1, you see that he actually only distributes $5.50. Besides, he paid $10.50. Not 50, $10. So that's a little weird. And if you take a look at the individual system now, you can see that both users have the same value for their channels now, because user 1 is only watching channel A, so all his revenue, all the $5.50 is going to channel A, and red user 2 is only watching channel B, so all his $5.50 go to channel B. So I think this shows multiple problems. The first problem is that user 2 has more power over the distribution of the red money pool than user 1 for no apparent reason, because as explained earlier, the users have the exact same value for YouTube, so there's no real reason to give user 2 more power. So yeah, that's the one reason, the one thing. And the other thing is that which is connected to that, but basically the channels are not getting a fair share. Why is channel A getting paid less for user 1 than channel B is getting for red user 2? Because the thing here is that if red user 1 only watches channel A, then obviously channel A is the reason for him to get the red subscription. So channel A should clearly get all the revenue from that, well, the $5.50. And the same goes for channel B. So channel B seems to be at an unfair advantage here without proper reason for it. And that's why I think the individual system is better. So let's sum it up and make it third point, actually. So the first benefit of the individual system is that the user's money is directly benefiting the channels he watches. Like, there's no weird pool or something. Your money is not going to any other channel. It's just going to the channels you watch. So you support the channels you watch. Every red user has the same power about the distribution of the money, which is fair. And yeah, and that's actually a good reason. Like, one of the main reasons to get a red subscription is subscribing the channels. It's not the only reason. Another reason, obviously, is you don't see ads. But to be fair, $10 for ad-free viewing is not the best deal in the world. And having a good reason, like, for example, I support the channels I watch, would make more people buy a red subscription. At least I think they would. And right now, every red user is obviously benefiting the channels he watches as well, but like, it's more fair with the individual system, which makes sense in my opinion. So the other advantage is that channels are rewarded more fairly based on the red users, because every red user is treated evenly. So that makes sense as well, right? So the users are benefiting from it, and the channels are benefiting from it. And for those two reasons, actually, YouTube's itself benefits from it as well. Because if it's more fair for the users, more users will get red subscriptions. And if it is more fair for the channels who create more red users are rewarded, which obviously promotes more behavior that creates more red users. More red users, whatever that behavior might be. But obviously, it makes sense to reward the guys who make you money. So yeah, I think the individual system is clearly superior to the current system. I don't think this current system is terrible, and it's pretty certain that basically every channel will benefit from YouTube Red in the current system, because $10 is just way more money than a user could generate with just watching ads. But I think the individual system would be more fair and would actually improve the system even more. So yeah, but that's just my opinion. I'm looking forward to hear your opinions. So feel free to comment in the comment section below. And yeah, let's not drag this out too long. And just sum it up here. I'm very appreciate that you watched the whole video till the end. Thanks a lot. I am TH Pion. Thanks a lot for watching, and have fun, and see you next time.